5 stories that will crack your brain. Story 1. A young boy has discovered 2 elements on the periodic table. The first element is called woman. The symbol given to this element is Wo, and the atomic weight is 120 more or less. The physical properties of this element are generally round in form, boils at nothing, freezes at everything. It melts whenever treated properly, and very bitter, if not used well. The chemical properties of this element are as follows. It is very active, possesses strong affinity to gold, silver, platinum, and precious stones, absorbs great quantities of expensive substances, violent when left alone, and able to absorb great amount of exotic foods. It turns slightly green when placed beside a better specimen. It is insoluble in liquids, but activity greatly increases by saturation in alcohol, and ages rapidly. Now, let's talk about the uses of this element. This element is highly ornamental, very effective cleaning agent, and can be a great aid in relaxation. It is extremely good catalyst for disintegration of wealth, probably the single most powerful income-reducing agent known. Now you knew the uses of this element, let's see the caution of it. Woman is highly explosive when not in matured hands. Illegal to possess more than one, although several can be maintained at different locations as long as specimens don't come into contact with each other. It also may explode spontaneously without prior warning, and for no apparent reason. Great quantity of this element can be found around shopping center. In order to get one of the element woman, you need to look expensive, impressive, and expressive. The second element is called man. The symbol given to element man is XY. It also has common name, but varies anywhere from Peter to these. The atomic weight range from 100 to 400. Physical properties. This element is solid at room temperature, but easily gets bent out of shape. Fairly dense and sometimes flaky. It is difficult to find the pure sample of this element, due to rust and aging. Samples of man or XY are unable to conduct electricity as easily as young or fresh samples. Now, let's see the chemical properties of man. Element XY always attempt to bond with element WO at any slight chance it has. Also, tends to form strong bonds with itself. It becomes explosive when mixed with element Kid for a prolonged period of time. It also neutralizes by saturating with alcohol. Uses of element man. None really, except methane production. Good samples are able to produce large quantities on command. We are down to the caution of man. In the absence of WO, this element rapidly decomposes and begins to smell. Large quantity of element man can be found around sports centers. For those of you who like this video and subscribe to the channel, you are awesome. You are amazing. Hands up if you are one of them. Story 2. A man knocked on a door, and a very attractive woman answered. The man asked if he could use her toilet. She said, "You have 3 chances, if you do 3 things wrong I will call the police." So he went to piss, but on the flush chain, there was a bra, and he ripped it off. Then when he was walking down the stairs, he saw the woman's cat, he freaked out, and yelled, "Boob, boob, boob" on the stairs. He squeezed the bra out of fear, then threw the cat down the stairs. He then went in the kitchen where the woman was. She asked the man, why did he throw her cat down the stairs? He said, "I don't know." She rushed down to see if the cat was okay. The man was left alone in the kitchen when he suddenly noticed a white liquid in a cup standing on the table. He was curious to find out what that white liquid was. He moved forward, but slowly, to make sure that the girl did not see what he was doing. Until he was 2 feet away from the table, but can clearly see what the white liquid was. It was a milk, the dream liquor for any grown man on the earth. The rest from here is history. When the women came back, she said, "You had your 3 chances, now I'm calling the police." When the police came, they asked her what the man had done. She said, "This man ripped my bra off, squeezed my boob, and drank my milk." One of the police said, "But can I also try to see if it is workable?" Story 3. A group of girlfriends were on vacation when they saw a 5-story hotel with a sign that reads, "For women only." Since they were without their boyfriends and husbands, they decided to go in and see what may be inside. The bouncer, a very attractive guy, explained to them how it works. "We have 5 floors. Go up floor by floor, and once you find what you are looking for, you can stay there. It's easy to decide since each floor has a sign telling you what is inside." The women started going up, and on the first floor the sign reads, "All the men here have it short and thin." The friends laughed and without hesitation, moved on to the next floor. The sign on the second floor reads, "All the men here have it long and thin." Still, this is not good enough, so proceeded to the next one. They reached the 3rd floor, and the sign reads, "All the men here have it short and thick." They still want something more, and better one, and knowing that there are still 2 floors left, once again, they continued to the next one. On the 4th floor, the sign was perfect. Something that they had in their mind, all the men here have it long and thick. They were all excited. They got something that they had in their mind, and what they wanted the most. They were so much happy to get in until they realized that there was still one more floor left. Wondering what they may missing, and out of curiosity, they headed to the 5th floor. There they found a sign that reads, "There are no men here." This floor was built only to prove that there is no way to please a woman. There will be house party for those who like this video and subscribe to the channel. There will be pizza too, only for those who commented on the video. Story 4. A young man met a beautiful girl at the bar. The man was very attracted to this girl so much that he wanted to spend night with her. The girl agreed, but charged the man $1,000. They spent night together as expected. After they were done boxing, relaxing on the bed, side by side, staring at each other, the man told the girl he need to go, since he did not have any cash with him at the moment. He assured the girl that his secretary will write a check and mail it to her, calling the payment rent for the apartment. On the way to his office, he regretted what he had promised. The price was not worth it, since the boxing was not fun at all, and did not last for more than 3 minutes. He had his secretary send a check for $500, and enclosed the following note: "Dear Madam, enclosed fine check in the amount of $500 for the rent of your apartment. I'm not sending the amount agreed upon, because when I rented the apartment, I was under the impression that the apartment had never been occupied. I also thought I will find plenty of heat in the apartment, which never happened. Lastly, I thought your apartment was small enough to make me cozy and feel at home. Last night, however, I found it had been previously occupied. There was no heat in your apartment, and it was entirely too large." Upon receipt of the note, the girl immediately returned the check of $500 with the note: "Dear sir, first of all, I don't understand how you expect a beautiful apartment to remain unoccupied indefinitely. As for the heat, there is heat if you know how to turn it on. Regarding the space, the apartment is indeed of regular size, but if you don't have enough furniture to fill it, please don't blame the landlady." Story 5. It was on Bright Monday, and happened to be John's birthday. But John was really upset, because none of his family members or close friends wished him a happy birthday. He then decided to go to work without checking if his wife or the kids are okay. As he walked into his office, his secretary Samantha said, "Good morning, boss, and by the way, I wish you a very happy birthday." John felt much more better, knowing that, at least, someone remembered his birthday and cared for him. In the lunchtime, Samantha knocked on his door and said, "You know, it is such a beautiful day outside, and it is your birthday. Don't you want to go out for lunch, just you and me?" John happily agreed, and was very much excited, since Samantha was a very attractive young lady, and of course, John had been eyeing on her for a long time, without having perfect time of execution. As planned, they had great lunch together. On the way back to the office, Samantha once again said, "You know, it is such a beautiful day. We don't have to go right back to the office, do we?" John replied, "I suppose not." "What do you have in mind?" John asked. Samantha thought for a moment and said, "Let's go to my apartment, it's just around the corner." Without any hesitation, John jumped in his car, opened the front door for Samantha to get in, and drove away. After 5 minutes of driving, he packed the car at the front door of the apartment and made their way in. While in the apartment, Samantha said, "Boss, if you don't mind, I'm going to step into the bedroom for just a moment. I will be right back." "Okay," he nervously replied. She went into the bedroom. After a couple of minutes, she came out carrying a huge birthday cake, followed by his wife, his kids, and dozens of his friends and co-workers, all singing happy birthday. And John just sat there on the couch naked. If you like this video, let me know by smashing the little like button below the video, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.